Hi, and welcome back to the Global Markets Advisor today. Today we're looking at a topic of how to expand into China and India with your product or service. So as you're aware, there's much comparison between India and China, and some have gone as far as to refer to them as Chindia. There's a book written on this, which has raised frustrations by many, but in all things there's some truth in every statement, and there are many similarities between the two countries. In this book called Getting China and India Right by Gupta and Wang, they have some strong assertions, which include both India and China, respectively, by the author's first-hand experiences and based off their origins. You see, the authors claim, if you're not a Fortune 1000 company who is not already involved in those two markets, that you are running a serious risk of not being around as an independent entity within 10 to 15 years. That is a huge statement. To be or not to be, as Shakespeare stated in Hamlet, that is the question of today's large firm. We see that Accenture, the big consulting firm, grabbed the tiger by the tail, and in India's global strategy, they were employing 500 people in 2002 and now 35,000 as of 2007-2008. Nokia has had strong focus on London and New York, but it also has strong focus in Xinjiang province in China and also Uttar Pradesh in India. Whereas the CEO of Motorola some time ago sought to save the company and decided to de-emphasize the low-margin emerging markets. The authors challenge companies to choose by design or default whether they're going to get involved in a concerted effort in the transformational impact that China and India are bringing. In fact, they go so far in a video to argue that the multinationals have about 3 to 5 years to make this decision. Otherwise, the incumbents, which would be the challengers within these markets themselves from the respective countries, are going to take their place. A few examples that have taken place as of late include Mittal Steel, which began small in Indonesia and today as ArcelorMittal is the world's behemoth, larger than the next 3 players combined. Or have a look at Cemex, which many years ago was a mid-sized Mexican cement maker, and today is one of the 3 largest building material companies in the world. In the next 10 years, the magnitude and pace of change in every industry will be bigger and faster than the past 20 years in total. China and India are changing the rules of the global game. They are 2 of the world's 10 largest and 2 fastest growing economies, especially in light of the economic slowdown and crisis. This economic crisis has given them a head start, a lead, not to mention their consumer demand and their voracious hunger to take place on the world stage. They are also the largest producers of science and engineering graduates, thus creating a vast opportunity to expand to a company's intellectual capabilities without a proportionate increase in costs. They are a breeding ground for a new cohort of ambitious, aggressive, fast-moving global champions. They represent a threat to the established multinationals around the world today. It will be much more severe than what we saw from Toyota, Sony, Samsung, or LG. The authors detail the histories of China and India and the industrial revolutions of other countries prior in comparison to theirs. Their thesis is that the economic growth that took 100 years to make the European Union and the USA rich will take 20 for China and India. In the 19th century, it took Germany, the UK, and the US of America 50 years of industrial revolution to double their per capita incomes. China and India are doing so in 10. China and India will almost certainly overtake the US economy, and in the process, that fundamentally will transform the world's economic structure. It is again understood by Chindia leaders that they are to become superpowers once again. They believe that the world economy in 2050 will consist of 4 major economic blocs: China, India, European Union, and the USA, each accounting for about 20%. This is interesting food for thought, and much of it I agree with. It's what I see rounded out on the world stage, and from what I hear from conferences, readings, etc. So in this period of global, worldwide economic uncertainty, I believe it's more important than ever that businesses, entrepreneurs, whatever your country of origin and where you're listening today, raise your game to stay ahead of the competition and to best them, to be able to increase your bottom line, guarantee and securitize your future. Globalizing your business and talents and products and services could be the answer that you're looking for. I encourage you to harness in on the Global Markets Advisor's global expertise. We're here to help small and medium-sized businesses, innovators, entrepreneurs to reach their potential and to help you to spot and make the most of the opportunities that high-growth markets present. We can offer you strategic and impartial advice, guidance on plans, market and country research, and introductions to key contacts. We're here to help you to overcome barriers to doing overseas business and offshoring. We're here to help you to increase and improve your business performance. So is there something that you do or sell that would appeal to these high growth markets? If so, why not be in touch with us today? There's sound evidence that states that firms secure the most value from in entering high growth markets when they do it at early stages. So stop letting the grass grow under your feet. Start by familiarizing yourself with the countries. Saturate yourself in everything you can find out about these new economic powerhouses and get your business and your future prepared for international expansion. So I encourage you to investigate your opportunity. One way you can do this is by joining one of our market opportunity masterclasses, in which we spend either within a webinar context or a half day and we analyze the markets and the opportunities that exist in the global arena. Within the classes, we enable you to think about and develop and answer some of the following questions. How do you get started? What should you research? Which market is the best fit for you? What will you need? What are your options? What skills and knowledge will you need to develop to become successful? So have you considered and thought about a strategy or about your global expansion possibilities? It's my hope that you find great success in your global business pursuits. If we can be of any help for any of your market research or market entry strategy, business planning, or if you would like to explore being coached, which is one of our special services, on your path to globalizing your business or your entrepreneurial plan, then be in touch with us today at the Global Markets Advisor or specifically through the globalmarketscoaching.com. Our focus is on the emerging markets, notably the BRIC economies, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. But we are here to help companies of all sizes take the first step in developing your business offshore. Our clients tend to come to us to decide how and where to do business offshore, to attract new business, develop new revenue streams, generate higher profits from emerging markets. Number 3 is to learn how to reduce costs via outsourcing, supply chain management, organizational efficiency. Number 4 is to be able to develop high-value connections with key influencers in new markets. And number 5 is to be able to build cross-cultural awareness and skills. Thank you again for tuning in to the Global Markets Advisor today.